Welcome to TableRockSports.net here for the semifinals at the USA Softball of Oregon Fall Classic. Love the Game is taking on the Oregon Rebels. These two teams have been on a collision course, both of them with big wins in the last. A 3-run home run in the last game, which was just back-to-back with this game for LTG. And the Rebels, 13-0 win in their last game, which was back-to-back with this one. So we're here getting underway in the first. Some contact being made. A runner on first, advancing to second. We'll get rid of this graphic so that you can actually see what's going on. Isn't that a little bit special for us? 0-2 is the count. And a piece of that one, that's coming back up towards us, right over the fence. No one able to get to it. So that'll keep the count at 0-2. Serena Hattery starting things off for the Rebels. She had a good game just on the same field a few minutes ago. Only took about a 15-minute break between games. Steal for second. The runner's going to advance. Ava Carroll on second. Serena Hodering on first, or at the plate. Count is 2-2, no outs here in the top of the first. Big cut, can't connect. She'll go down for the first strikeout of the game. Runner still sitting on second as the Rebels face off against the LTG Lions. That LTG stands for Love the Game. They're wearing the orange, and the Rebels are in blue. Madison Walker batting in the 3-hole. Now, well, called dead. We've had a lot of softball action today. We've been here all day yesterday. We had 6 games and all day today. This is game number 5, so nearing the end of our coverage here of the Fall Classic for USA Softball. We have seen some great softball action. Big cut, can't connect. Walker gonna go down. This is stark contrast to what we saw in the last game, where the Rebels were just able to pile it on. They ended up even ending that one early as they beat the Blaze 13-0. Ella Keel wearing the number 27 up at the plate now. Now runner still on second. That's our leadoff runner, Ava Carroll, who's just done a good job today. And here she wants to continue that early in this game. Now one high, fly up, going out of bounds. Over almost all the way on to field number 3 behind us. Now these teams played this morning. They played right before this. They're playing this game. And the winner is going to play right after this in the championship. So you know that they're tired. You know that they played a lot yesterday as well. But they're here to play. They're athletes. As there's a fly ball coming up, will it be playable? No, it's going to drop back behind as well. But you look at the name of this team that's in the field, LTG, that's love the game, and that's what they're here to do. That's why they chose that name. They just love the game, and they're here to play. Throw back to second. Throw go long. Ava just going to stay put, not risk anything with 2 outs. Count is 0-1. Nice catch made out in the outfield, and that will get him out of the first for the 3rd out. We'll take a break and be back with the bottom of the first right after this here on Table Rock Sports. Welcome back here for the bottom of the first inning. The Rebels are in the field. This game still is 0-0 here in the bottom of the first. And LTG up to bat. That one's put into play out to center field. And that'll be a base hit for a stand-up single. I guess that's kind of the only kind of single that there is. That was Hazel Gray. She has a 4.22 GPA as she got on first. Coming up next is going to be Bricker, Amanda Bricker, with a 4.0 GPA. Gray being a little bit risky over on first, wants to kind of tempt that throwback. She's a confident, competent base runner. Jovi Stevens is on deck. as the count on Bricker goes to 2-0. High ball up. Not going to be playable, going back behind the first base dugout. Joe's bunt lets it go. Bricker with the 2-2 count. That one up the middle, go right past second over to center field. They're going to set her home. Will we have a play at the plate? Ball's not going to be there. Play a second, and she'll get a single with an RBI and then an extra base. And that will put Love the Game on the board with one here in the bottom of the first. 1 hour and 6 minutes remaining in this one. These games do have that time limit on them. So there's an hour and 20-minute time limit for the whole game. No new innings can be started after that time expires. Jovi Stevens coming to the plate, batting right-handed. Shows bunt, lays it out nicely. Can she beat it out? Called foul. Stevens from Elk Grove, California, with a 4.25 GPA. Pulls the bunt back. That evens up the count to 1-1. Garcia on deck. And Brooke Allison is in the circle. She's been an anchor there through the last game, and she starts out in this game as well as the count goes to 0-1. Swing and a miss, can't connect. Count goes to 0-2. That's put in play. Play at first. Ball is in time, but it will advance the runner over to third. There is one out in the bottom of the first. Garcia up at the bat, and Cannon on deck. High ball there. And that's ball 4. She'll take her place on first. And that puts runners on the corners. That brings Cannon up to bat. Kendra Cannon. One 0 the count with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Werner going to advance to second. Garcia moves over there. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Good contact. That's going up the middle all the way to center. That'll score 1. They're going to send 2. Ball won't get there in time. Hit the cutoff. So that'll be a single with an extra base and 2 RBIs. This Love the Game team is firing on all cylinders. Rodriguez coming up to the plate. Taylor Rodriguez has a 4.0 GPA. She's from Livermore, California. She's a pitcher, third baseman, and first base. Today, she is the DP. So she's doing whatever the team needs. Gets a piece of that. That gets through all the way out to the outfield. They're sending 1. Hit the cutoff. Gonna keep her at first. Adds 1 to the scoreboard. And puts a runner on first. Sydney Pauling now going to come up to bat for LTG. And we're going to get a new pitcher coming in, it looks like. So we're still kind of waiting to see that pitcher's number. It's hard to tell from this side. Pauly stepping back into the box. That's Reagan Rourke from Canby High School, who's in the circle. Throwback to first. Is it in time? No, it's not. She'll be safe. Dangerous play there as Rodriguez got a little bit too far off. Still have 1 out here in the bottom of the first. This has been a long half of an inning after a fairly quick first half. Count goes 3-0. Rookie having a little bit of a hard time finding the zone. Gets that one as a strike, though. 3-1. Now the count. And that'll be a walk. So puts runners on first and second. Paulie's going to get on first. Haley Flink going to go ahead and come up to bat. Flink batting left-handed. We'll see if she slaps her power hits. Or excuse me, she is right on the batting right. Rodriguez on second. Paulie on first. And Flink at the plate. One and one the count. Throw to first. Will it be in time? She's going to be safe at first, and that'll load the bases. Nice job hustling it out. Christina Jones at the plate with the bases loaded. Good connection there. That's going to drop in the outfield. That'll score one. They're going to hold the second. So bases still loaded, and that adds one more to the score. This game looks eerily like the last game we watched on this field, where the Rebels went to a 13-0 victory over the Blaze, except this time, the Rebels, not the ones in the lead. So far, LTG, the Lions, have been just being dominant in this one. One and one the count. Fouled back. Brings it to 1-2. 54 minutes remaining on the game clock, so still a lot of softball yet to be played. And I would not at all count out this Rebels team after seeing what they did the game before this one. That one fouled back, coming back towards us, over our heads. That bounced all the way over to field number one behind us, where we have a broadcast crew bringing you that game as well. Count is 1 and 2. Gets a piece of that one going over. Play at the plate in time. Throw to first is not. I believe the play at the plate was in time. We'll see. We'll wait to add it to the scoreboard. They are recording a second out, so we will as well. So 2 outs, bases still loaded. And Bricker up to bat again. Bricker not a player you necessarily want to hit, not want to pitch to. 2-0 the count against her. She gets a good piece of that one. That's coming down. That's going to be fair, but it will be caught right here in front of us for the third out of the first. We'll be back with the second inning as these teams face off and the Rebels try to make a comeback. We'll be back right after this on TableRockSports.net.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Welcome back to TableRockSports.net for the USA Softball of Oregon 2020 Fall Classic. The Rebels are going to try to get something going here in the top of the second inning. As the first, they were not able to get any slack given to them from this Love the Game team. Big cut, not able to connect. Stepping back into the box, our new pitcher. That's Reagan, rookie. 0-2, the count against her. She wants to make something happen. Start things off right, help her cause. And strike three called. She watched that one go past for the first out here in the top of the second. Piece of that, that's a chopper. Will the play be in time? Looks like it will. Throw to first is there for out number 2. This Love the Game team is just being automatic with their plays. Tournament fans here today are enjoying great softball and loading up on Moose Munch from our famous Harry and David Country Store just down the street. The Ashler Shakespeare Festival, Brit Music Festival, top-notch golf courses, restaurants, and wineries, it's all here. Learn more at travelmedford.org. There's a lot to do in the area. This broadcast is sponsored by Travel Medford. We want to help share some of that with you all. With 2 outs, the count is 2-0. Brock Miller up at the plate. That pitch going to be low. That's ball 4. She'll take her place on first. Opportunity. A 5-0 lead can look very intimidating, but you just have to look at it one play at a time and just play every play the best that you can. And she has that opportunity. Now she's on first. 2 outs. The Rebels going to try to make something happen. That cut can't connect. That was Ella Keel. She's still at the plate. Now behind in the count, 0-1. She connects on that one. That flies out. That might drop. Nope, center field's under it. And the catch is made for the third out. That'll bring us to the bottom of the second inning when we come back right after this. You're watching the Table Rock Sports Network.
Everyday heroes live life full circle. Fill up and use your enrolled kickback card so you save 16 cents a gallon at the pumps. Get what you need when you need it. And remember, we reward all heroes with kickback cards at My Circle K. And if a call goes out for another heroic appearance, no problem. We have that one covered too. With our state-of-the-art car wash systems. Be the hero you were meant to be. Heroes living life full circle.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Welcome back to Table Rock Sports for the USA Softball of Oregon 2020 Fall Classic. Love the game. The LTG team in orange is leading 5-0 here as we start the second. That one in play coming up right in front of us, and that's a base hit. She'll get on first. So the LTG Lions start things off right where they left off in the first, saying, hey, we want that championship game. That game is right after this. That starts at 5, but that's our very next game. Here we have 46 minutes left in this one. That one going to be foul, coming down right towards us. Count even at 1-1. Up to bat for the Lions. We'll try to get you that number. Looks like that's 23. Which would be Annalise Gregory. Lays down a nice bunt. Dribbling down. Throw to first is in time for the out. That will advance the runner to second. And that is the first out. Grounder up the middle. Throw over to first is in time for the out, so the runner advances again, but 2 outs. Those are the kind of plays this Rebel team needs to stay in this and get back in this game. Down by 5, it's a lot, but it's not unsurmountable, especially for this team that won the last game 13-0, and that's even with us cutting it short. I believe that was through 4 innings that they took a 14-0 lead, and we still have 20 minutes left on that play clock. And then they said, "Hey, that's enough. Let's save our energy for the next game." For this one, count is 2-0. High fly up over right field, got under it for the third out. So they don't let them score anymore here in the second, and we'll be back in the top of the third right after this here on the Table Rock Sports Network, brought to you by Travel Medford.
I was talking to Bill.
Yeah?
Bill and Sherry got a guy.
They do? How did they get a guy?
Everything happened online, including financing. And their guy even delivered their new car to their home.
Maybe we should get a guy.
I thought you might say that. Honey, meet Kyle.
Find your guy during the Ram Power Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
Introducing Unlimited with Payback, only from U.S. Cellular. The only unlimited plan that pays you back for data you don't use. So, quit flushing money down the toilet with Verizon. Get Unlimited with Payback, and you can save up to $240 per year on a single line versus Verizon.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local U.S. Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
Welcome back here. The Rebels are trailing 0-5, but they had a good top of the third. Now they're back with the bottom of it. Play it first. In time for the out. So that records the first out. That pitch brings the count 0-1. Bunt laid down, that'll go just foul. This is Ava Carroll. At the plate. She's that lead-off runner that I believe has gotten on all the time she's been up. Count now 0-2 against her, though. She gets a piece of that one. Can they get under it? And they do for the second out. This LTG team just being mechanical with their play. Not allowing anything to get past them. That wind picking up a little bit. Nobody on. 2 outs. The count 0-1. Hattori at the plate. That pitch going to be outside. She'll watch it go past to make the count 1-2. The winner of this game will face off against the winner of the game going on field 1 right now. After this, for the championship, that game being led 8-0 by the home team. We'll endeavor to figure out which team is the designated home team and bring that for you. As we just had a foul ball, keeps the count at 1-2. O'Daring. Ball across. Is it in time? It is for the out. So 3 up, 3 down. Love the game. Still being mechanical. We'll be back after this here with more live softball action on the Table Rock Sports Network.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Welcome back here for live action on the Table Rock Sports Network. We are in the bottom of the third, and the Love the Game Lions, the LTG team, wearing orange, that Texas orange, I should say, is leading 5-0, but the Rebels, not a team to be counted out yet. Love the Game is up to bat. That one tipped foul. Let's take a look at our lineup and see who we have up to bat. We want to thank you for being with us here on the Table Rock Sports Network. We're spread a little bit thin. 4 crews going on 4 fields right now. Avery Silva at the plate, knocks that one through, but throw back in time. I thought for sure that was going to the outfield. But nice job fielding it for the Rebels. That one fouled back. Haley Flink now at the plate wearing the number 1. No one on base with 1 out. Flink reached for that one. That was dirty. Knocks that one through. She's going to get on to first. Nice base hit, found the gap, sent it through, did Haley Flink. We'll see, looks like they are sticking to the lineup, at least for now, as we have a runner on first. That means that our next player up, wearing the number 44, is going to be Christina Jones. She has a 4.0 GPA. I don't know if it's just me, but the amount of 4.0s or 4.2s that I see in these tournaments is amazing. I didn't even know there were that many student athletes that could achieve that kind of grades. Little bunt laid down, right on the line. Bobble throw is not there. That's going to advance to third. We'll put runners on the corner, so Love the Game getting a little bit of hope here in this inning. With 1 out, now they have runners on the corners off of an error. Against a team like this, you cannot afford to have any errors. I'll tell you that much. Kylie Nelson coming to the plate. First pitch to her is a ball. And that brings the count to 2-0. Nelson at the plate, runners on second and third. That one is strike. 2-1 is the count. Gets that one in. That's going to go out to center. That'll score one. They're sending two. Will we have a play the plate? We won't. And a slide into second. So a single with an extra at base. And 2 RBIs. Love the game is still working their magic. That brings us back to the top of the order. And I'd just like to confirm that nothing's changed. Then it looks like something has. As we get a little bit of a conference. I can't see the number very well, but it looks like this is Bricker. Yep, wearing the number 8. That's Amanda Bricker, 4.0 GPA from Oakdale, California. Coming up to bat with a runner on second and 1 out. That one inside for ball 1. Love the game leading now 7-0. They've just been dominant. Bun laid down, and she ran into it. That's unfortunate. And she'll go down for the second out of the inning. Runner still on second with 2 outs. Now number 24 coming up to bat. That's Jovi Stevens, 4.25 GPA from Elk Grove. Two and 0 to count to her. I say she's one of those players you don't want to pitch to. You don't want to give her something she can hit. But with this Love the Game team, all their players are people you don't want to pitch to. Good contact. That's going to drop. They're sending one. And she'll get held at first, so that adds to the lead. 8-0 now. This Love the Game team is leading. And she'll get stuck on first. And now coming up to bat for the Love the Game team, number 23, which is Annalise Gregory. Now she might have the highest GPA I've seen today. Correction, second highest on this team actually. But she has a 4.33. That's just impressive. I don't care who you ask. Annalise Gregory, class of 2022. Connection there. That's going to roll down right in front of us. That one fouled back. Both those a little too close to us for comfort. That one straightened out. Good connection coming out. That's going to bounce off the fence. Coming in. It'll hold the runners. But put 2 runners in scoring position on second and third as she gets a nice looking double. Two outs, so the Rebels close to getting out of this one. They just need one good play. They're going to take a minute to talk about things. And it looks like we're going to bring in a new pitcher. And then we'll give her some time to warm up. Runners on second and third. All right, we're ready to get things going again. Kendrick Hannon going to come up to bat. Cannon makes a good connection. That's going out to center field. And that'll be a single, and it'll score 2. Bringing the lead 10-0. This Love the Game Lions team is seriously impressive. Joining me now on the microphone, Joe Brett.
How are you, Chris?
I'm doing good. I'm enjoying all this softball action.
This is great softball.
Yeah.
I've been doing all of the logistical things for our tournament coverage while you guys have been doing such a great job of covering games. But in between, I've stopped and just seen such great ball. And watching at home as I monitor the games, really impressed with these young ladies and their skills.
Yeah. Well, and this Rebels team in the blue, 13-0 the last game. Now they haven't scored this game.
Wow.
That's how good this Love the Game team is doing. They've just been unstoppable. Here's they're up by 10. Taylor Rodriguez at the plate. Well, and you know, Joe, I think the most important or the most impressive part of this, if you look at their team, they have 4.5 GPA, 4.22, 4.33, 4.25. Over half their players have over a 4.0.
And I've heard that at every field that I've gone around to today. What outstanding athletes, but what outstanding young women as well, on and off the field. It just reflects so well what's so important about being in part of these competitive teams.
Exactly.
Playing great softball and being great students and people as well.
Exactly, and there the Rebels are able to get out of this inning and with the third out. So we'll be back with the top of the fourth right after this here on the Table Rock Sports Network. You're watching USA Softball. Welcome back here to Table Rock Sports for the USA Softball of Oregon 2020 Fall Classic. We'll change that over to the top of the fourth. And the Rebels going to try to get something going here. Something they haven't been able to do so far this game. That one's going to get knocked down. Foul come right over towards us. At the plate is Madison Walker, who last game had a couple of really good base hits, but she's been kind of neutralized in this one as I think the pitching core and then just the fielding from the LTG team has just been very, very good.
And it's a long weekend, too. We're playing a lot of games here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes its toll. It's hard to get back up for every game and really get back to your emotional peak that you want to be at.
Yeah, these teams played this morning at some point, and then they played right before this. They played this game, and then the winner is playing the championship game right after this.
Yeah.
So they have no break at all. 3 games right in a row, plus another one earlier, plus I think 3 games yesterday as well. So
when I was a kid, we had one district all-star tournament.
Yeah.
That was it.
Nice catch made right in front of us.
Boy, that's exactly the ball shortstop has to take charge of.
Yeah.
It's in between the third base. A tough play for the third baseman. Tough play for the left fielder coming in. It was kind of in no man's land there, and she just was right on that.
Yeah, third, it's hard to track back to get there.
Yeah.
But from short, you're coming at it at just the right angle. You can see the ball as you're coming towards it.
And she was lockstep right where she should have been and made a good defensive play. What could have been a double if that falls in on the baseline there.
Yeah. Keel now at the plate.
Yeah, we could have used the canopy. Bright sunshine. We're really thankful for that after the rainy and then foggy start this morning.
Textbook play at first. I know we've had our share of weather difficulties. Last month we did the Baseball Northwest championships, and 105 degrees. We had cameras overheating, broadcasters overheating, computers giving us problems. Then yesterday, rainy and cold all day. It dumped in the morning, and today it hasn't been anything extreme. But blue skies, no cloud in the sky when we started. Fog rolls in. You can barely see what's going on. And then it opens up and it's sunny, but we have a bunch of clouds. And now the sun's just beating down on our backs.
I was going to mention to Mike Wells, who is our tournament organizer from USA Softball Oregon, we should call it the All Seasons Tournament next year when they come back, because we get about all 4 seasons have been represented here just this weekend.
Well, and I just want to compliment the tournament staff here. They've been so helpful to us.
First class.
And it makes the difference when you're broadcasting. You have so many different variables you're worrying about, and when you have a supportive tournament staff here, and Mike's been amazing and all of his staff here, everyone's been first class.
Well, our shortstop could have had all 3 outs that inning, but the second baseman denied her.
Yeah, and that's how it goes. So we'll take a break and be back right after this here on Table Rock Sports. Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th inning. We had a quick top. Now the LTG team is back up to bat.
Boy, that was great pitching. I apologize, I don't have a roster in front of me on camera here, but that was great pitching that last inning. Pitching with the lead and just throwing strikes, making the batter swing the bat, and the defense backed her up beautifully with 3 quick outs.
Well, it makes a difference when you have a field like that behind you as a pitcher. You have confidence that you can say, hey, they can hit the ball, and it's not the end of the world.
And as a former baseball pitcher, I'll tell you, I never could have got as far as I did in college without the defense behind me. I couldn't overpower a hitter after I got out of high school. It was ridiculous to even think so, and you learn to pitch and let that defense be your strength. Throw good pitches, throw strikes, don't mess around out there, keep the pace up, and your defense will be there and back you up. And got a shutout going, and she pitched beautifully that last inning, in command, and pitched like she knew she could be putting the lockdown on this win late into this weekend.
Well, and really, it's the same idea as I'm a basketball player. It's the same idea as basketball. If you're the point guard, you got to get the post the ball. If he runs the floor with you, you got to. You can't, as a pitcher. I mean, it's great to get strikeouts, but everyone else gets bored if there's nothing going on. You gotta keep everyone engaged and ready to go.
And this level of hitters, you have 1 through 9. These are excellent hitters.
Yeah.
All-stars on their high school teams, and we just got a little picture of that right there with a really solid drive up the middle. Took that outside pitch right up the middle like hitters should, and back in business. It's been great to see our park here, U.S. Cellular Community Park, full of people. We've had really good protocols in place. Everybody's been following the rules, spread out around the outfield fences. I mean, this has been great. And the most encouraging thing has been seeing these ladies be able to play the sport that they love. So many teams, so many of our kids are just struggling to find a game right now. And it reminds us why we love what we do and what they love, why they love what they do. And just a chance to see this competition is great, and it's top-notch.
Yeah, well, we talked to Jordan from the SOU softball team, and she was on Sheldon. They won the championship. Then she didn't get to play her senior year, and now she's on a college team, and she's at SOU, but she never got that senior year of playing softball. And so many of these girls didn't get to play last season for high school. So just being able to get out here and play, and they need this exposure even more.
Big time, and that's why we're really excited to partner with Travel Medford and with USA Softball of Oregon to connect the coaches that are watching and getting a chance to see these great players.
Well, I know we have a list of coaches that are committed to play or schools that are committed to watch. There's a nice hit coming out here. Catch not quite going to be there, and that's going to get past her. Rounding, there's going to be a play at third. She slides, ball's bobbled. That'll score 1. Bring the score 11-0. Put a runner on third.
I'll tell you, that was a great effort in left field.
Yeah.
That ball was laced, and it was within inches of ending up in the diving outfielder's glove right there. But what a big knock right there, and just more runs and more momentum.
Yeah, well, and that's what we've seen all game is this Love the Game team just has that stuff go in their favor, where they hit it 2 inches far enough that they get a triple instead of an out.
That was just fractions of inches, it looked like, from the edge of her web of her gloving.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes the difference between making or breaking your weekend when you're at a big tournament like this. And baseball or softball, they're both such kind of quirky games that, I would have given anything to play this many games, like they do these days. But boy, that tournament, you get that chance and brings out your best.
Play at home. Not there in time. Well, and that's the great thing about this tournament. They have an hour and 20-minute time limit on games. So these girls are all getting so many different opportunities to play against different teams.
Yes, yeah. And that competition just makes you better. I think that's our 12-run rule.
Yeah. So that should be a final. here with 13 minutes left on the clock. But, yep, that's going to be a final. The Love the Game team is the winners here today. So they'll advance to the championship. That's at 5 p.m. on field number 1. So we'll have that stream for you. So you can tune into that at 5, and that's going to be a great game. I have a feeling that's going to be one that we'll all want to watch. I'll probably be over here and be looking over my shoulders.
or watching on your phone.
Yeah, no, exactly. We always say that. It's a 30-second delay, so you can watch the game on your phone while you're at the game and get that instant replay. Or maybe you just don't know who's at bat or something like that, and you can get it. You can figure out who everyone is, especially on the other team. And it's really nice to be able to have that kind of knowledge behind it without having to study a roster. You can just watch the game and listen.
It works really well, and we're excited. I've been telling our coaches and our visiting teams that when they go home, just go to TableRockSports.net. The entire 48-game weekend will be on our homepage, and you can scroll back and check out any of the games video on demand. No charges. Go enjoy them. But we'll leave them up there for fans and for family and for the players and coaches to scout, to look at it, do some work. But it'll be up there, and softball fans can enjoy that.
No, that's one of the great things that we get to do is not only have these games live, but have them archived and have all the games there, and players can go back. I all the time see players posting clips from our games on Instagram or sharing them with college coaches, and it's a great opportunity that we have to be here and to help these players get some college exposure.
What a media world we live in these days, and you young people are really good at it.
All right, well, we're going to wrap things up here from U.S. Cellular Community Park. You've been watching the USA Softball of Oregon 2020 Fall Classic here between the Love the Game Lions and the Oregon Rebels. Thank you for watching. That's a final. We'll be back at 5 p.m. with our next game. Have a nice night.